You can't make this stuff up. It's real as I'm sitting here.
Amnesty International. Now, when I think of Amnesty International, I think of people that are concerned about political prisoners, regardless of the political persuasion of the person. I believe we're talking about an organisation that's going to defend people being abused by the system, defended, stood up for in their cases, told to the world so that the spotlight of human transparency is shone upon the people perpetrating a crime against human rights. Didn't you used to think that? I used to. Until I wrote to them on behalf of myself and Vinny and asked them for their help with our plight with the New Zealand government, victimising us for peaceful protests that didn't cause any harm.
If they go into lockdown, we're going out. We're going to protest. And every time they get out of order, we'll squeeze it, and then they're going to have to do as they're told. Because make no mistake, these criminals that are in this government right now are coming for you, they're coming for me, they're coming for my babies, they're coming for your babies. And that's why it's important, please, to hit the share button on this. And also, guys, please, we're running out of money quickly. Please put in a donation if you can.
Do not consent. Please stay by my side. Please protect me from arrest.
I do not understand, and I will not stand down. I do not accept. I do not accept. I do not understand. They're going to try and take me off this electoral. No, please, please, don't surround me. Please protect me. Please protect me from them. Please protect me. Guys, please protect me. Do not let them take me. No, do not let them take me. Stand down. Stand down. Please. Do not let them take me. Do not let them take me. Okay, I'm coming. I will consent. I will follow your orders. I will follow your orders. I will follow your orders. I will not resist. I will not resist. I will not resist.
Organising this protest during Alert Level 4 could lead to you being charged with the following offences. It outlines the legislation here, which is under the COVID-19 Public Health Response Act 2020. Do you understand?
No, I don't.
Let me read it to you. These
No, I
relate
don't
to
understand. I
attending
don't
a
stand
gathering-
under you. I do not stand under you.
That I'm still getting persecuted by this government. They're trying to say I've defrauded the Electoral Act, which I wouldn't even know. If someone said to me, I'll give you $1 million, go and defraud the Electoral Act, I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to do it. And they're saying I did it for $15,000. You know, how? How is that possible? But, you know, this is the thing is that I wrote Amnesty International and they didn't want to bar me. They wrote back to me and said, you know what? In fact, I know what I'll do. Let me show you what they wrote, just so you know I'm not telling you porkies. Kia ora, in fact, we better go back. We better go back a bit more than that. This is what I said to them. Now, this is part of a letter that I was getting from Amnesty International, telling me to donate to them. And I sent an email to the CEO. Kia ora, dear Sean and Amnesty whānau. Can Amnesty International New Zealand help me confront the persecution my whānau and I, please? Here is a press release below. I am currently producing a documentary and would love to include and showcase Amnesty International New Zealand helping me, a fellow advocate for freedom, justice and human rights for all people. Please let me know if you can assist, as things are very dire for me. Ngā mihi ora atu. Right, okay. So this is the whole thing here, and it basically shows that I'm being persecuted, prosecuted, you name it. But listen to this. This is the email I got from Amnesty International New Zealand. Kia ora, Billy. Amnesty International identifies systemic human rights issues. And advocates to change laws and practices. Yep. However, we cannot provide legal advice or investigate individual cases, which is what they've done before many times. Our Get Support page includes links and phone numbers that may be helpful. Ngā manakitanga. Well, you can take your ngā manakitanga and smoke it. And that's what they sent me. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just? It's truly amazing. So I sent them an email back, as you wouldn't be surprised, and saying to them, well, you know what? I don't accept that. I don't accept that at all. And I'm going to tell the world you've done that, and that you've been like this, right? And I thought to myself, why is this? Why is a human rights organisation not responding to this plea? Well, I think we found that reason. I do. And look at this little document that my good friend Asher found for me. Look at this, baby. Baby? Look at this. What does it say? Glad you asked. A human rights to tackling disinformation, no less. Oh, really? Amnesty International. So they're talking about stopping misinformation and disinformation, right? But what are they particularly referring to? This is this document, Amnesty International. And look what they're going into here. Let's just zoom in on this, shall we? All right. They're talking about false information here. But what in particular that there says it all is that disinformation to mislead or deceive people has been brought to the front during the COVID-19 pandemic. So what am I to them? I'm a spreader of misinformation, even though not one bit of the info that I share has got any misinformation attached to it.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
He exaggerates not only the time he spent in the army, but his role. He turns 3 introductory intelligence courses into a tour of duty. You didn't do tours of duty with Intelligence Corps or the military police. You did your basic training, right?
Yeah.
And some introductory courses. You were a private in the Logistics Corps?
Yeah, that's correct.
Didn't leave the Logistics Corps?
No, but I did the attached courses, so they are called tour of duties. I got them on my. I'm sorry, I have to respectfully disagree with you. To a stint with another unit, it's called a TOD.
That is not the official use of tour of duty. And it makes it sound more than what you did. You were a private in the Logistics Corps for 17 months,
Yeah,
right?
18 months, yeah.
17 months,
18.
according to your statement of service. On your CV, you say that you entered the Army in 2000.
2001.
No, on your CV, you say you entered the Army in 2000.
Okay, well that's a typo.
I'm sorry,
So whatever
but
you've
you're
got,
incorrect.
pardon me, whatever copy you've got, right, is inaccurate.
It's your words, it's your dates, and you say
it's
that
wrong.
you started in the Army in 2000, so you admit that's wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
No, hold on a second. I admit it's a typo. If it's in there, it shouldn't be.
You know, people think we do this because there's some pile of money in it. There is no pile of money in it. We get by smell of an oily rag. And it takes all day, every day to do what we do. I mean, I'm crook today. I've got to go outside and do some work for a quick half an hour, and then I'm coming back to bed. I'm drowning in sweat just as I'm laying here.
This is not about health. In fact, if you look at it and examine it, it's everything about ill health. They're coming for you, they're coming for me, they're coming for my babies, they're coming for your babies. And that's why it's important, please, to hit the share button on this. And also, guys, please, we're running out of money quickly. Please put in a donation if you can. And as I said last week, and I'm sorry I didn't post my bank account last night, please, when we ask for those things, it's not because we are rolling the money, it's because we're not rolling the money. We've got no money.